I'm out behind the blue, packing what little I've got left in this world. A few keepsakes I should have thrown away years ago. A half-cracked repeater, some secret herbs and spices. Don't ask, you don't want to know. I crack my final beer on this dust ball. Warm, flat, somehow still the best thing I've had all week. To one last drink before the next bad decision. Next stop, Nick's. Nick's is one jump away. A whole system that doesn't know my name, my crimes, or my terrible life choices. Don't worry, give it time. They'll catch on. There it is. The Nick's jump gate. 15 years since I used one of these. Haven't touched a jump point since Stanton stamped "Wanted" next to my name. All right, let's see if an old outlaw can still earn a new beginning. Here we are, Nick's. The system the UE forgot and the Vandul never bothered to finish. The Glacium rings up ahead, just a big glittering loop of ice and bad intentions. There it is, Delamar. QV Planet Services pulled out in 2644 when they realized Nick's wasn't a resource jackpot, just a bottomless invoice with asteroids attached. But it didn't stay empty, though. 300 years ago, every activist, idealist, and pacifist running from the Messer dictatorship crawled into this abandoned rock, figuring freedom tasted better underground. They renamed it Levski, after an old Earth revolutionary who believed people could govern themselves, even if history keeps laughing at the idea. I drop into the old QV borehole. Lights flickering, rust everywhere, the whole place held together by stubbornness and recycled air. Then I see it on the wall, big, bold, daring the universe to argue, hope is here. Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. But for a man looking to bury an old life, it's worth finding out. Before I settle in, I figure I should pay my respects. Levski was born from ideals, stubborn hope, and the memory of a kid who stood up to a regime that thought it couldn't be touched. Anthony Tanaka. A 12-year-old kid from Magnus, worked to dust and gunned down on a factory floor for the simple sin of saying, enough. Nearly 2 centuries have passed, yet the echo of that moment still carries a single spark that split the Messer's empire like lightning through dry timber. Standing here, beneath this statue, you feel it. How even the smallest voice can shake the pillars of the mighty. How a child's no can outlive a dynasty. Here's to you, kid, the stone that started an avalanche. They say if you can't find work in Levski, you're either too honest or already dead. So we head down to Grand Barter, looking for a job, any job. But I ain't picky. First stop in Grand Barter, noodles. Hot, greasy, probably recycled a few times, but after Pyro, it tastes like victory. On the table, an old newsprint, Genesis Terraforming Expands. Big dream, bigger target. The UEE's already sniffing around. Then another headline, Vandul raids in Nick's. Locals look jumpy. Hard to tell if they fear the aliens or the Empire showing up next. Out here, hope and fear share the same bowl. Depends which one you choke on first. Walking past a kiosk, I spot something strange. A Vandul. My first time seeing one. Guess I always pictured aliens to look different. Little green fellas with antennas, maybe a ray gun or two. But this thing looks more like a snake tried to marry a nightmare. Now they're at our doorstep, and nobody's sure how long that door's gonna hold. Heading to the bar to find work, or as the broke like to call it, networking. Some guy calls himself Miles Eckhart, says he's a contractor. Yeah, and I'm a philanthropist. Says he'd hire me, but not the drunk version of me. Told him that's the only one available. Then he points me toward Intersec. Says they're hiring folks who don't mind dying. Takes one look at my sidearm, smirks. Guess that means I'll need bigger guns. We hit the gun shop, where credit limits go to die. Couple of beauties here, if beauty means questionable safety standards. Ugly as debt, loud as regret. We'll take two. Levski, a rock caught between empires and aliens. Built by rebels, miners, and folks the UEE forgot. Everyone here's running from something, including me. But I'm trying to fit in, blend with the crowd, play it cool. The good news is, next episode, I start my first day on the job with Intersec. Should be fine, as long as nobody notices I lied on the application. Will I impress them, or end up back on the unemployment list? Guess you'll just have to subscribe to find out.